This is the Miller Files podcast, coming to you just about every week. Search us on YouTube. We are the Miller Files. PJ Miller is with me, and I'm Donovan Files. Thank you so much for checking us out. We got a Facebook page. Just search for the Miller Files, and you'll be able to link up to all of our episodes through YouTube for our Miller Files podcast. We have a very special episode for you today. We're going to do the Christmas special. Everything we're doing today is Christmas related. We're going to go from what kind of food you like. We're going to talk about what kind of music you hate.
It's like,
Is that just me? We're going to talk about wrapping gifts, your takes on a fake tree. Some of those white elephant parties. We'll talk about some of the shenanigans that have gone down before. Some of your, like I said, favorite foods, sports on holidays, and of course, the dreaded undecorating.
Right.
When is it acceptable, or how long is it acceptable to leave certain things up? Before we do, jump into our, of course, we have a top 10 list. Top 10 dirty Christmas jokes. That's going to be a fun one. We'll slide that right in there. Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no, there was. There was pun intended. All right, again, Donovan here with PJ. We're the Miller Files. Thank you so much for listening to our Miller Files Christmas special podcast. Before we dig in, talk about a little Christmas action that PJ and I took part in over the weekend in Rex the Halls 91X huge winter concert. It was pretty radical.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. Definitely. Even though I only got to go for Blink, but it's pretty much.
Yeah, you saw your favorite.
Yep.
It started off with a couple of local bands, which I missed. Got there for the tail end of AFI, which is awesome. Saw most of Jimmy Eat World, Pierce the Veil, and of course the almighty Blink-182 with Matt Skiba this time. It was pretty good. I liked it. But like I said to you following the show, is that I look at it the same way I look at Sublime with Rome. Like, I'm not watching the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it knowing that I'm watching a different band, but and the different band is awesome.
Yep, still doing it.
Yeah.
Still doing good.
And PJ, thank you so much again for the tickets.
Yes.
Saw some former employees, or some former co-workers. Excuse me, I'm the former employee. And they hooked us up with a little VIP action.
Yeah, that was
Got
the best
to the
thing.
floor.
You get there and we just have our tickets, or you got there and then it was just like, you just walk in and they're like, oh, let me get you these. Like, cool.
Like, okay.
Even when I walked in, I saw someone who's like, oh, you just got to get this lanyard here. I'll get you this lanyard and this wristband. I'm like, it's cool. I already have one, but if I didn't, I appreciate it.
Right, exactly. That's rad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all in all, 91X Rex the Halls was a great time. It always tastes better when it's free.
Right.
So there's that. So we're the Miller Files, and this is our Christmas special podcast. And we're going to start things off at the very beginning of our show with the acceptable time to begin the Christmas celebration, or the Christmas holiday season celebration. You know, some people go all the way as far back as to like, oh, Halloween is over.
Right.
We can decorate for Christmas. Hey, first of all, it's 3 months or 2 months away, and second of all, there's a holiday
In between.
before you get to Christmas.
It's
called Thanksgiving.
That's always the thing I think too, when I'm just like, oh yes, I can't wait for Christmas. It's like, no, Thanksgiving, like you said. I see it even more and more. Just people just brush it off, and it's kind of disappointing because Thanksgiving's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely the middle child of holidays,
right?
Or like the redheaded stepchild of holidays. When it just gets looked over. It's the Jan Brady.
Yeah, well, and when we get to the food part, I'll explain it more. But I was just like, even to go to your like Christmas, like kind of overtakes me as the middle child. They kind of like, I've never had turkey on Christmas, but like we always have ham and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems like every time I looked up, because I was looking up for our food section, like what's your go-to, like traditional whatever, and like turkey was the first one that popped up every time. And I'm like,
for Christmas?
Yeah. And I was like, that's weird.
See, I guess not. We usually have like a big roast that's on a rotisserie in there. But our difference is Christmas is like a 3-meal process. We do breakfast for Christmas, hors d'oeuvres, and then dinner. Thanksgiving is just an evening event, or early afternoon, which, again, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, right, before we go into it right now. But, yeah, starting earlier, I just always see and I think it has a lot to do. Like I was going full on conspiracy of making money and things like that because you really don't sell that many extracurricular Thanksgiving items.
True that.
Like decorations, you're not selling lights. People aren't getting their I don't even know turkeys on the lawn and all that. Just oh, it's Thanksgiving, sweet. So I'm like, everything you can buy for Christmas, I feel gets put Thanksgiving, you have that section at a grocery store or a Target or something. Halloween, all the candy and stuff. Then it's Christmas stuff.
And yeah, you're totally right. And it's because everything you do for Thanksgiving is maybe put out a couple of special pillows or blankets or something like that. Whereas you're talking about Christmas, it's the whole damn house.
Yeah.
Every room's got a theme. There's lights outside. There's reindeer in the front yard. There's those damn inflatables that I think are just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's just one of those things where I don't even think of Christmas until I am fully not this is me today.
This is me today.
Is Christmas not this weekend but next weekend? Yes. Awesome. That's how engaged I am so far into the process.
I mean, it is a little it happens every single year. It's where did it... Oh, wait, it's Christmas.
Yeah. But that's exactly what it is. I remember when I was younger and stuff, maybe in high school and everything, where it seemed and it was probably too less social media and stuff to see everyone oh, it's Christmas, after Halloween. But now, the one indication was always that at midnight on Thanksgiving, usually a radio station would flip to all Christmas music. You know what I mean? That's how you cut. That's kind of how I gauge the time of it. But even it's starting earlier and earlier. I saw, they're oh, now showing Elf on November 1st, and I'm like, what? You got that wrong. It's supposed to be December 1st.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think people, if you're really into the decorating and stuff, but
see, again, I still don't think that, I think a month of decoration is exactly where you're supposed to be, which is basically the day after Thanksgiving till a few days after Christmas, or however, we'll get to that later.
Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving.
Truth. Yeah, but I don't, and again, it just goes back to how you're just, I feel so bad for Thanksgiving when your Christmas lights are up on November 1st,
Unless, they only get the orange, brown, and clear ones to work for those days.
The cotton stuffed pumpkins. That's it.
Yeah, so, I definitely think
retail rules the world. That's
it's going to be
learning.
pretty bad right when it hits fall. It's going to hit Christmas.
And then when you take the Christmas decorations down, there'll be Valentine's Day.
I think the one thing that saves Christmas for a while, at least it probably won't start, people won't start after Halloween, is Halloween and all the pumpkin stuff. That's what kind of saves it. People, I just find out when people are getting ready for stuff earlier by what Starbucks drink is coming out, and they start talking about it all the time.
What color their stupid cups are at that time of year.
So, yeah.
We're the Miller Files, rocking out our Christmas special podcast, talking about how Christmas celebrating has become the Black Friday. Just keeps starting earlier and earlier every year.
Right.
But here is the pet peeve of all pet peeves for you, yours truly, is the damn Christmas music, as you just mentioned. Oh, at midnight, we're going to change over to Christmas music 24 hours a day. Now, guess what I'm going to not listen to, at all. Christmas music is okay on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. There's no reason for, again, on November 1st, when we still have another holiday to get to, that I should start hearing Christmas music every other song at my place of work. I should go get the hotline number and be calling HR, because this is not a comfortable work environment for me. I'm not happy about it.
See, I'm kind of the same way. I never minded it, actually probably like you kind of said, well, I didn't mind it playing after Thanksgiving for the longest time until working at a grocery store for a while, because unlike working at Islands, it was 3 songs, Christmas song, 3 songs, regular songs. Grocery store, You're talking 24/7 Christmas music.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how easy I have it.
Right? Well, so this one time, like first couple years, and it really is because those make it the busiest time in the season where everyone comes into your. So we need to find someone that hasn't worked in any of those industries their entire life and see what their opinion is on it. Because I just think about it too when sometimes in your head, Christmas music for me, like grocery stores, you're just slammed like all the time from buying all the food and everything.
Uh-huh.
It's just ridiculous, especially at the Ramona and the Stater Brothers I worked at when I was younger, because it's like one of the only 2 grocery stores in Ramona. So it is
nowhere else to go.
Yeah. So like it's just ridiculous going on, like crowded beyond belief. So when you hear Christmas music, it might bring back a little bit of those war stories where you're just like, please leave me alone.
Don't stick that probe there.
Yeah, no, not to that part.
Yeah, you liar.
But the best one that I've had was when I worked at Sprouts and so our manager was our assistant manager or something. He was cool and he went to the back and I was just done with the Christmas music, so I walked into the office and changed it back to the regular station. And within 5 minutes, someone complained that there wasn't Christmas music playing.
That is crap.
Right? I just want to
Again, I'm going to complain at you, lady.
I want to plead my case and be like, all right, Christmas music is all right, but if you hear 18 different renditions of Silver Bells in the course of the day, you'll kind of go crazy too.
Right? And they're bad renditions. Like,
yeah.
All I want to hear is the song from Christmas Vacation, Bele Kalikimaka, and I want to hear the song from Home Alone. That's about it.
Yeah.
My Christmas is set. I'm good to go. Apparently, there's a place up in out in New York where like there's some serious. This is like hashtag white people problems right here. Hashtag seriously like first world problems. There's this guy up in New York, and he lives across the street from some huge heiress that is got a ridiculously crazy decoration for Christmas. Basically like life-size reindeer that are like mounted and stuffed, basically. Maybe not actual taxidermies. But they have Christmas music that's playing from 7 a.m. to midnight. From the house. This is not like an establishment.
Oh, it's like their decorations, like their
exactly.
theme thing.
This woman bought, she owns this big-ass 3-section townhome, and she's in this like super ritzy, like $1 million Upper East Side apartments in New York. And the guy that lives across, who happens to work for the New York Post, is suing her to shut off her Christmas music. That's
crazy. Well, I kind of think... Is she like blaring it on 10 and stuff?
Well, he's saying like it wouldn't be a big deal if it was just on like during the evening hours or something like that. But literally, nonstop, 7 a.m. to midnight, 17 hours.
I can
straight.
I can side with him.
Yeah, right. Seriously, there'd be shotguns involved,
right? Well, especially if you're living next door. And I wonder if it's any different. Because, like, we didn't have this on our little list thing right here, but I just thought of it when, like, you're saying, like, they decorated their home or they made a Christmas thing where, people that live on, like, what was it called in remote? It was, like, Candy Cane Lane or, like, they have those, like, all over San Diego, they have different places
exactly.
that set up their whole Christmas, like, it's an event to go to that person's neighborhood and check it out. I was like, I don't even think I've really even been to one of those, really.
I mean, see, that's like everyone calls me a Scrooge for hating Christmas music because it sucks. Because it sucks. It's like horrible. It's crap. But it's really because like I love Christmas. I have so much fun, giving gifts, getting gifts, like the day, seeing everybody. The music's just horrible. I love looking at decorations and Christmas lights. The music's just like big, huge piles of crap, and I don't like it.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you to it. I'm trying to get you there.
Oh man, that's funny. You're gonna have to like send out emails to like recent artists and stuff and make different like the different renditions of it.
Remember we were there was a time we were all having lunch and we're sitting in a Pizza Hut lunch buffet. Pour one out for the homies. R.I.P.
Damn, now I want pizza buffet.
Yeah. Side note: I tried to go to Round Table Buffet. It closes at 1:30. Got there at 1:40.
Oh.
Pissed off. Anyway, so we're at Christmas. We're at
Other side note: it's open on weekends though.
not the thing.
The
The
round
lunch
table.
buffet
No, we went to it one time. Me and my mom and my dad.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
Lunch buffet.
Yeah.
Word. Okay. And so we're sitting in Pizza Hut lunch buffet, and my friends, know that very publicly that I hate Christmas music. And we're sitting there, and our other friend Debo is sitting at the table. Excuse me, server, you might come over here real quick. I got a question for you. My buddy over here, he's really jonesing for some Christmas tunes. She goes and changes the channel, and I just bend over and take it.
He would have walked out when he was at Pizza Hut Buffet.
Yeah. There's no way I was passing up on that
Right.
549.
Yeah, so definitely I'm on this, not as you're the extremist.
I'm the norm.
Okay.
Y'all just need to get in my bubble,
But yeah, so yeah, Christmas music, some people like it, someone hate it, deeply despise.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So yeah, we're going to have to, well, every year that will probably, it's just one of the funniest conversations to have.
Christmas music sucks.
All right.
I'm gonna make a poster. It's gonna say Christmas music, and it's gonna have a big red circle with a line through it. It's gonna sell for millions. I'm gonna make millions. It's gonna be.
You're listening to the Miller Files Christmas special podcast right now. Now, one of the things that's kind of changed or has changed a lot in the last years is the way you do shopping. Now, we're going to talk about that. Most of the time now it's shifted to online shopping. I did all of mine last year online.
On the line.
Yeah, get everything from Amazon.
On the line.
It's
Especially if you have Prime.
Yeah.
Overnight shipping. Free shipping.
Yep. 2 day. It's free 2 day shipping.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. 2 day. See, but I hate buying stuff online. I mean, it's so much cheaper all the time. See, what if you're gonna buy something important, something big, you have to go to the store, check it out, pick it out, and then you go buy it online.
Yeah,
you put it back down on the shelf.
So anyway,
you walk out, then you go find that one online.
You're not avoiding the biggest thing that people just hate the most is the shopping crowds. You know, because I remember when we used to not have, when we're just rocking AOL and stuff for our internet, and we have to go to the mall and everything. You're rounding the parking lot for a while.
Oh yeah.
And it seems that never those front parking spots open up. It's always the one in the back where you're borderline going to get towed away for parking in the wrong parking lot.
And how does that make any sense? They're the last ones to get there.
Right.
How are they the first ones to leave? You in the front. You need to pass it out of there.
Yeah, so those are like you said, one of the things that I would want to I would either go try it. It's clothes and stuff that you want to go see, or maybe just look how it looks in person. But if you're buying,
every brand is different, with the sizes.
So, yeah, that's one of the things. And you can avoid maybe the Christmas music in the mall now.
Oh wow, game changer! That's one hell of a point.
We'll get you one of those VR machines so you can pretend like you're walking around, but then we'll pump Christmas music into it.
Just gonna get really, really big muting headphones.
They're like, what is up with this guy? Has blinders on and everything.
Cross-eyed correctors. Some crazy things that have gone on in the last couple of years, just in regard to the clothes, actually going to the stores and buying clothes and stuff like that at the malls compared to online, is that, so just a few numbers, 72% of millennials do all their shopping online. 50% say they'll browse for items that they don't even plan on buying. Online shopping grew to $370 billion this year from 231 only 4 years ago. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and remember though, doing all the online shopping like we talked about last week, better be prepared to pick up those packages right in front of your house at all times.
Oh, I've been hearing some crazy stuff. Be scared, people are coming to get all your crap, trying to steal it.
Yeah, it's always that's the pros and cons. And I don't know, last year I did all mine pretty relatively early. I didn't really usually am the early person shopping. One time I finished shopping on the 23rd of December. Wasn't that bad of shopping though that day.
Nothing. You got to finish on the 26th.
Hey man, it'd almost be better to finish like after Christmas and you walk into the store and everything's slashed prices.
I was gonna say you got like the serious deals.
That's always the bummer. I remember going in there. It was before I started watching Entourage. It was like maybe in like season 2 just came out on DVD, so I hadn't seen it, and I just bought everything, like every season up until like season whatever, for like $10 a piece.
Score.
So yeah, that's a bummer about that. But yeah, the crowds aren't that bad if you have like the whole plan of the day. Like I'm going there, but if you like have to work or have other plans, you're just kind of mad the whole time.
And it's the line.
Yeah,
it's checking out. It's leaving the store. It's like,
That's
hey,
true.
I'm gonna go shop for the next 3 hours. You just wait in line for this roller coaster ride we're about to go through.
Right, when people have the dumb questions. Wait, you weren't ready to buy this yet?
Oh, honey.
Back of the line.
Do you have any more of these, like in the back?
Let me check.
Yeah, let me leave the check stand for 18 minutes and go look. Or the Miller Files Christmas special. Talking about crowd shopping versus online shopping. I hate online shopping, but it's just the way to go. But what happens when you actually receive these presents that you order or that you actually buy? Now we got to wrap them. Have you ever actually gone to a place that has gift wrap available? I don't think I've ever been to even a store. Like, that used to be a thing. Is that like a 90s thing that just gone away?
I think I remember they definitely had it in
like big department stores.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure.
Nordstrom's or whatever. Like I remember seeing that like little area that was like the gift wrapping section.
But I mean, since like, my name is PJ, I have to go buy Christmas gifts for my family.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been to a store? I don't think I've ever, like, since I've been buying Christmas gifts myself, I don't think I've ever been to a store or seen the area that's like, check the line of everybody wrapping gifts.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't exist anymore.
Or if I have, it would have been one of these situations where like, for only $20, we can wrap this present for you. It's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no. Are you going to use the badass newspaper from 3 years ago that like I'm going to use?
Are you going to use like $20 to wrap one present?
Yeah.
Are you going to use
going to use my cash?
Yeah.
Did I get it back? Like, save that wrapping paper.
Right, please.
I myself personally love wrapping presents. It is literally my favorite part of Christmas time. I actually just did all of Samantha and I's gifts for all the kids and stuff. There's like, we have 8 nieces and nephews now. Buy gifts for my parents and for her mom. And so and my grandparents. So like watching Sunday football, instead of having a beer, I wrapped presents.
I think I'm just so disorganized in time when it comes to Christmas. Like I said, I finished shopping one time on the 23rd. That most of the time it's where first of all, I didn't buy wrapping paper. So then I get to my parents' house on Christmas Eve. Hey, do you got wrapping paper in the back? Just throw. Well, and here last year was.
I'm telling you, bro, newspaper. It's the way to go. It's classy.
It's like then I have to go buy a newspaper too. But last year, my sister, we were opening presents before my aunts, uncles, and cousins and everything got there because my sister and her husband were going to his side of the family on Christmas morning, so we were just going to open all the presents before everyone got there. So I'm like, oh, really? Just, yeah, they're covered. That's basically my go-to. They're covered.
Yeah. Yeah. You should just invest in a bunch of standard bags.
Well, yeah, and just be like, hey, I'm going to need those back. Can you just leave them here, too?
Where's the trash bag with all of the wrapping paper? I'm just going to recycle it. I just want to make sure it goes in the recycle.
I mean, I should just...
straight up.
Half the time I just always mess up, like, the paper, like the folding type, when you just, like, do that. I don't know why. I just maybe don't take as much time. Like, I feel like foil would be the good way to go.
Yeah.
Because it would just mold to it a lot easier.
It's just like crinkled.
And I'm sure you can buy Christmas foil somewhere, You have to be able to.
Totes.
Probably could have bought it, like, right before Halloween. So, yeah, I'm
the logical time to purchase such things.
So I definitely do not... I don't have good wrapping paper skills, if you will.
I can riggedy wrap really, really, really well, and I love it. Actually, just recently when I gave you guys all gifts, all my soon-to-be, groomsmen involved in the wedding, I got called out saying that, oh, check out
No,
this.
yeah,
Samantha must have wrapped these. This has got to be a woman's
and then
wrapping
you
job.
got
I was like,
mad.
It's like, excuse me, mother effer. She says I can't write in block letters like she can. She only wrote the names. I did all of the wrapping myself. Miller Files podcast. Donnie can rap. What's up? MC. PJ cannot.
No, I cannot.
And now we're going to talk about real tree versus fake tree. There's pros and cons to both sides.
We've definitely had both.
I mean, yeah, at this point, most people have experienced both sides of the spectrum here.
Yeah, it depends how much storage you have for the fake tree, because then you can try to kind of keep it together instead of like breaking it all down. Because we had one, it's just like the metal pipe.
And you had to
stick
put in
all the
of them.
things.
See, no, all right. You need to step yourself into the 21st century, my friend. Let me explain to you how Christmas trees are put together these days, the fake ones. There are 3 parts. The bottom part, which already has the stand built in, and they all of the limbs are all connected, so they just fold in. So they kind of like hug it. It's kind of like
Yeah, I know
a
what you're saying.
bird, wings coming in.
It's like an umbrella.
So yeah, the umbrella stands out. There's a hole in the middle, like you said, and then the second piece goes right in there.
Same
Third
thing.
piece on top,
All right.
shakink,
Then
and it all just flows out now.
I think that might have just sold me on that one.
And then, like you said, if you're a responsible human, you can keep it for several years.
Right? That sounds like the way to go. I mean, like going to pick out a Christmas tree's cool and everything. Then you got to water that thing, and
You water it like 3 times.
well, the one thing too is if you like starting to decorate way too early, you can't get a real Christmas tree.
No, dude,
On Halloween.
you'll find a Christmas tree farm. Literally,
It will probably die out by the time.
The pumpkin patch is like half and half these days.
They have to.
You gotta go to the back corner. It's like behind the Ferris
They
wheel.
noticed their sales decrease when people came in to ask for Christmas trees instead of pumpkins.
Yeah, right.
And just dispose. I mean, real trees are cool, but there's a lot of work too.
Yeah, and you got to clean up after it and stuff. If you can store a fake tree. See, my parents, they host the event for the day of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
They have a Christmas tree in every damn room. So they're not going to buy 4 or 5 Christmas trees every year.
That's
they
true.
have these like super nice ones they got at Costco. They've had them for like not a decade, but they maybe get one a year, and they keep rotating. It's like buying a set of tires.
Yeah.
It's like I only need the front 2 this year. So they've had them for a long time now.
One of the ones we inherited from my grandma when she moved, because she had like big vaulted ceilings, and this thing was like 15 feet tall. It seemed like like it would fit in our living room. Like it might touch the ceiling, but those ones. It just seems a lot easier. Just make sure it's not a white fake Christmas tree.
See, those the white things are kind of whack.
They are whack.
We had our little apartment, and we liked getting the little small real Christmas tree, but only like the 5-footer.
Yeah.
That's fun. But getting like a real one, like a big ass one, it's just kind of.
But like you say, it's like you gotta weigh out the cost of the real one and the fake one, like because
just whatever you do these days, don't go cut your own down. You're just gonna get ants all up in the house. Like I know I've heard the story of like tarantulas coming in. And stuff.
Oh
like,
man,
come on, just steer clear of that crap anymore. Stop Clark Griswolding it.
Now I kind of want to go cut down the Christmas tree.
Well, duh.
Do you know where any are?
I looked out the window.
Yeah, it's like that's a palm tree. We'll use that.
All right, should we cruise on to the top 10?
Yes,
It's time. We're the Miller Files, and we are knee deep in our Christmas special podcast, hitting up the top 10 dirty Christmas jokes. Now, the Miller Files brings this to you. I am reading these. PJ does not know these jokes. We're going to see if he can get any of them because they're kind of funny. They're pretty awesome. Number 10. PJ, why does Santa come through the chimney?
I gotta think of what. I might need hints. I don't know.
Because he knows better than to try coming in the back door.
Oh God.
No. Yeah. All right, number 9. Starting off with a zinger. Why was the snowman smiling, PJ?
I'm not going to get any of these.
You're probably not. I just want your reaction.
Yeah, so let's just go with
Because he could see the snowblower coming down the street.
Oh, gosh.
That's why.
Oh, man.
That is why the
Here.
snowman was smiling.
So that for this, we will, if I do know one, I'll stop you.
I did tell you before that they were all going to be kind of sexual innuendos. Sorry. All right. Why? What do all the female reindeer do when all the males are out guiding Santa's sleigh on Christmas night?
Yep.
What do the females do?
Nope.
They head out to the town, blow a couple $100.
Oh, man.
This is too good. Give me a stand-up show. This stuff's on fire. Number 7, counting down the top 10 dirty Christmas jokes. What's the difference between snow men and snow women?
Nope.
Clearly, it's the snowballs.
Oh, God. That one should have been easier.
Come
Dang
on.
it.
That one's on the back of the popsicle stick, you know? It's good humor bar material.
I don't think
right
that's
there.
on the back of the popsicle stick.
Totally. What's the difference between Tiger Woods and Santa Claus? This is a sports question right up your alley.
Different meaning the hose.
You're on the right track. Santa knew it was time to stop after 3 hoes.
Hey, that's probably the closest I'm going to get.
No, you're right there. You're starting to get it, folks. Number 5, top 10 dirty Christmas jokes. How does Santa stay STD free? He always wraps his package before shoving it down the chimney.
Okay. With that,
We did go over wrapping gifts
Yeah.
earlier, so just trying to stay topical. What do you call a girl who cheats on you during the holiday season?
just a ho ho ho.
A ho 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 bag.
Okay. I'm only going to get ho related questions.
Judges? Yeah, we're giving him one. All right, we got a thumbs up there from the judges. It's the wall.
Yeah.
What do a train set and your wife's boobs have in common? This is just a joke. This is the question.
know,
The punchline hasn't even come yet.
Oh, really? No.
What do a train set and your wife's boobs have in common? They're both made for kids, but dads can't help but play with them every time they get the chance.
Solid.
All right, we're counting it. We're getting there. Number 2 on our top 10 dirty Christmas jokes. I remember lying in bed as a kid. This one is not okay, but it's awesome. I remember lying in bed as a kid. You need to have a special type of sense of humor for this one.
Okay.
I remember lying in bed as a kid, waiting for Santa to come. Then there was always an awkward silence as he got dressed and left.
Yeah, I was like, what was the punchline?
It was the awkward silence.
Yeah. I got it now.
Yeah! It was awesome. It's nice. You need a special kind of messed in the head like myself to enjoy that one as much. All right. We're the Miller Files. We're having a great time bringing you our Christmas special, counting on the top 10 dirty Christmas jokes all the way up to number 1. My personal favorite. What do you call an elf wearing earmuffs? Whatever the hell you want. He can't hear you. He's wearing earmuffs. He can't hear you.
You can hear with earmuffs on.
Shut up, PJ! When the legend becomes reality, print the legend.
Oh, man, those were good.
Entertainment.
Top 10 list
Fine
of
holiday
dirty
fun.
Christmas jokes here on the Miller Files. We're going to jump
Too
back
enthusiastic.
into our more of our topics that we have. This one kind of goes into, I would say, the party area, maybe like a week or two before if you're going out with friends, or even if you're just hanging out with the family doing it. Secret Santa versus White Elephant for giving out gifts.
See, if I'm going to a party, I want it to be White Elephant.
Yeah.
If I'm doing like what I'm doing this year, the family thing, I would prefer it to be a Secret Santa. Or if it's like a group of friends thing, because then you can actually buy something for the person.
Yeah.
White Elephant's just
Buy a
fun as
bottle of
hell
booze.
for a party.
It's like,
and then you find that like the 5 people out of like 30 that buy like the really cool gift, and that's when it starts getting passed around.
yeah.
You know.
Or you just every time we did White Elephant at my parents' house and everything, it'd be all the cousins and everything, and then all the adults, going around. And we're hanging out, having a good time, drinking everything. And it was always, all right, make sure you just get the alcohol. Like, the cousin's job was to get all the alcohol for the thing. That's the fun part of, like, those ones.
Team up.
Well, the Secret Santa, funniest Secret Santa I've ever done was when we lived at our old house in Mira Mesa. So we're all hanging out. I don't remember what we were doing the night before, but we're all hanging out, partying or whatever. And we make this thing. We're like, oh, do you guys want to do White Elephant this year between me, you, Josh, and our other roommate, Debo? So we have our buddy D-Mac do a drawing. So he kind of like, he's in charge of who has who, picking everyone.
So no one can know.
So we're sitting there, and we're like having a fun night and everything. I think Mike already had gone to sleep or something. And we're all still up there, so I'm like, oh, I got my person. Like, he just texted everyone, and we wake up in the morning, and our buddy Debo comes out of his room, and he's like, it's so weird, guys. Like, I just got a text message last night from D-Mac, and all it said was Josh. And we're like,
no!
we're like, Mike, that's your Secret Santa. And he just does his Mike little, like, oh, yeah, oops. So that was a very botched one.
Classic Debo-isms.
So that was one of the most memorable Secret Santa. Before it even got started, I didn't even remember what the presents were. It was just him pulling a Debo and screwing it up.
I love the White Elephants. My parents have gone to a party for like 30 years almost, like a Ramona White Elephant party, and now I've gone to a few of them now since I've been able to drink and such. They're a freaking riot. One time my dad and I were going to go, and so we started searching through the garage for a gift to wrap up. It wrapped up. It didn't dust it either. Like, it was still cobwebby, but we wrapped up a VCR. This is like 3 years ago. VCR and 2 tapes. One of them, I think, was like a Kathy Ireland Buns of Steel type thing. Some sort of work. The other one was How to Live, Me and My Asthma, that I had from when I was in like 2nd grade when I first had asthma.
Did you at least give them the coaxial cable too, or they have to find that on their own?
It had the
RCAs.
No, it only had the plug into the wall.
Oh man,
that's it. Buena suerte, amigos.
Yeah, so that
one did not get stolen. It was one gift open. It was dead. I'm sorry, guys.
It's one of the good ones of the parties. Other things that happen at parties, maybe it's just ugly sweater party. I feel like this one can coincide with bar crawls and stuff too. That was always the funnest, like, especially when we were all in college and everything around like the first couple of years or whatever. That, and you just, because people are all back.
Everyone's in town.
Yeah, so like I remember like the Ramona one was definitely fun times for.
Oh, dude, that was happening for like 5 years in a row.
Right? So, yeah, those are definitely one. Like, ugly sweaters, cool. I feel like that's the only really one. No one's done like a full-on let's dress up like a SantaCon thing and everyone dressed up like Santas.
Yeah, right. And I mean, I like the ugly sweaters because you see so many of them that, you know, and you always see them online and everything. But
yeah, now they're like a thing, too. Like, before you had to like search for one. Now it's like, hey, here, you can get, like, your favorite football team in an ugly sweater.
Mine's I have one that says light it up, but instead of Christmas lights, it's a menorah.
Nice. I don't really have, I just have a regular Christmas sweater. I've thought about getting, but I haven't gone to an ugly Christmas sweater party in a long time, so I haven't need one.
Freak.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be talking to you.
Hey.
God.
All right, are we done or what?
you think you know someone? Don't pull a 180 on.
All right, this is the Miller Files Christmas special here. We're gonna jump into the things like your favorite foods, like the traditional foods and everything. Like I said earlier, we were talking about how I kept seeing turkey pop up on everything, and I was like, I never really remember if we've ever had turkey. It's always like ham.
Yeah, see, with us, like I said earlier, it's a big roast on a rotisserie. But there is one member of my extended family that always brings a homemade lasagna. And lasagna is my favorite food.
My grandma used to make, like, this was one of my favorite things. She made it for everything, but it was a tater tot casserole.
Oh, dude, I just saw a tater tot pizza. I was like, teach me how.
Right? Those, that was definitely one of my favorite things. And I think every time, because usually my uncle would be here and he's from Tahoe, so it'd always end up on Christmas morning just being me, my mom, my dad, my sister, my uncle, like just us. And so we'd go get Mexican food the next morning.
Not that kind of Mexican food. They don't have burritos here.
Yeah, but so we do that in the morning usually. But yeah, I was like, definitely the ham's good. Like always, like mashed potatoes and gravy is just my go-to for anything. That tater tot casserole.
I mean, it just better be on the plate, mashed potatoes. Like I'm always about some sort of a pasta, like a macaroni dish, like a macaroni. Samantha makes this one with like breadcrumbs and like bacon and ham all up in it. It's pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's like one of the things too I used to always do. I'll go to the tradition part. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But one of the things, the drink section of it that we always like, a lot of people either do or do not like these things. It's eggnog.
Nope.
I like eggnog.
Nope.
The crazy thing with eggnog is, like, working at a grocery store, I feel like I could have bought all the quarts of, or like the, things of cartons of eggnog, because they sell out like way too free, and they're short, like they're shortage from like the where we get them from. I'm like, I should just buy all 20 of these right when I get off work at 8 and sit with a cooler in the back of my car and just be like, yo, $5 a piece, $10 a piece, and they cost like $1.99.
You're like, yo, got that eggnog, got that eggnog.
For sure.
Well, you're like bumping elbows. Eggnog, got that eggnog.
Eggnog and brandy, bro.
Dude, screw that. Eggnog is gross. It's like drinking eggnog. It's first of all, I don't really like milk.
I don't like milk, though, either.
Unless it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich status. But egg is like really, really, really thick milk to me. And it's like drinking creamer for your coffee. And
that's why you got to put the alcohol in it to thin it out.
I'll just drink the alcohol. Skip the eggnog. And I probably haven't tried it in like 20 years.
Yeah.
It just freaks me out now.
You might have tried it when you were a kid.
Yeah,
and it's like, it does have a distinct, like, kind of like weird taste, but I like it. It's really good. One of the other Christmas drinks I always like, it's like anything hot, like cider, like hot cider. Yeah. That's good.
My grandma made the most amazing. It was their special thing. She would put
eggnog.
No, screw you and your eggnog. It was squirt, fruit punch, or something along those lines, and rainbow sherbet ice cream.
Oh,
it was
good.
It's like amazing.
It's like a smoothie opposed to a milkshake.
You'd get, with your ladle. I'd be sitting there and I'd be like trying to scoop up like no squirt and just scoops of ice cream in my cup.
Sounds about right. Yeah, another one thing that I guess I would say is like always like going to the hot thing, hot chocolate, peppermint schnapps.
Oh yeah,
it's the best.
Hot chocolate, little Bailey's, hot chocolate, little Kahlua.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate, little Bailey's, Kahlua, and schnapps. Now we're talking.
That's all the white elephant gifts right there.
The family played the game correctly.
Right.
They joined forces.
Hey, we're having white elephant. You're not allowed not to bring alcohol.
Yeah, you better figure it out. That's actually this year we're doing a Secret Santa thing and a white elephant thing with the family. The Secret Santa thing is gifts. You buy one gift for one of the people in the family. Mm-hmm. The white elephant thing is alcohol bottles.
Yeah.
Bottles of alcohol. Nail head.
People were getting mad because they weren't getting alcohol. They're getting some stupid gift. The white It's like, so we're splitting this up. It's like, you could just buy your own bottle of. But yeah, those are always good things. I mean, I guess we got like candy canes. Good.
Sure.
Yeah, I like candy
canes.
I
actually prefer the little baby candy canes because I don't need a whole friggin' candy cane. That's like a dedicated couple hours.
Yeah, those for sure.
You give me one of the little baby guys, I'll munch through that thing.
Eat the whole box.
That's excessive.
No, it's not.
It's a bit excessive.
It's delicious.
Calm down. What about the flavored ones, like the fruity flavored candy canes?
It just really depends on what flavor it is, but some like a lot of them are kind of like.
Yeah, right.
I forgot like
again, it's like one of those. Give me a smaller one. I could probably eat the whole thing.
I forgot what because they used to be like a candy brand that they made them on. I don't think it was Skittles because that would be delicious.
Magically delicious.
Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, some of those are just kind of weird.
Get those millennial toys.
Throw in like a peach flavor. It's like, what are you doing?
Get pissed.
Yeah, I will. It's like not fun.
All right, screw eggnog.
You'd be like, let's have another.
Come on, Johnny, you can do it.
That's the Miller Files Christmas list special. Traditions on Christmas.
Yeah, we went over one that I am going to call blasphemous and you a cheater on. You and your opening gifts on the night before Christmas.
We always did one gift before, but then sometimes it turns into all the gifts.
Sometimes. I am an all Christmas morning person. Our thing always was Christmas night or Christmas Eve night. We'd go to bed. Christmas morning, I'd probably be the most annoying person to wake everyone up. Then we'd open all our gifts Christmas morning.
So it went from when we would spend the night at my grandma's house on Christmas Eve, and she lived like in Kearney Mesa, like right off Friars Road, and then we'd do one present there, and this is when we were all like, under 10 years old.
Yeah.
Then we'd drive to my other grandma's house in PB and go there for Christmas nighttime. We'd do Christmas Day there. So but then once it went to like our house, everyone's only coming up there for Christmas Eve. So we open up all the presents that are like the Secret
from the
Santa
family?
and stuff like that. But then it turns into like when it used to be like just a complete throwdown party half the time. It'd be like, we don't want to wake up in the morning. But when we were kids, still like waking up for it and everything, yeah, it worked. But now it's probably will shift back. But for Christmas morning, there's only my cousin's kids and everything, and they are doing their other thing in the Christmas morning.
Yeah, the Christmas in our family also has begun to dissipate. They like spread out.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own different double families and stuff. They got to go here, got to go there, got to run over there, got to run over there.
It's like getting Christmas gifts for like little kids for if it was on our Christmas Day would be for Phyllis, Dolce,
all the dogs,
and El Jefe.
All the dogs. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Doggies and gifts too.
Right. So yeah, that one definitely we do. And we broke that one.
We now, since we've all kind of disbanded with the family, like my mom has tried to, and we've done it most of the time, like last 5 or 6 years, something like that. We all come together and we do what we call our 4F Christmas. And that's the Files Family Effing Fun Weekend. Effing with the emphasis. You're going to have fun or else kind of a thing. And we all get together and we kind of mimic our Christmas morning that we would have had when we were kids,
Mm-hmm.
My mom buys us all matching pajamas.
Nice.
That we wear the entire time while opening gifts, take a couple family photos. But my favorite thing during Christmas is always decorating the tree. Other than wrapping gifts we went over earlier. I love decorating the Christmas tree. And that is actually my fiance and I's new little collectible thing whenever we go to like different places on our travels. We're going to try and buy an ornament.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Christmas ornaments.
Yeah,
decorating trees.
Mine was mine is definitely just New Year's Eve. Just the whole everyone being there, especially like at parents' house, and you have the living room like with everything, the fire's going on there. Then there's bonfire going outside. You have like the TV, like you just have the whole area and everyone just hanging out. And it's always fun.
Yeah.
So that's always my favorite thing to do. Yes.
Do you have a favorite toy or a favorite gift you can remember getting?
I do remember still probably getting my Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like one of those things where you kind of like have dreams about having one when you're a kid and then you wake up and it's not there.
Oh.
That was definitely one of the... There's been a lot, but that's definitely one of the best ones when you get Super Mario World and stuff.
Right.
But then you have to wait the entire day to play it because you're not at your house.
Oh, the torture.
Dang it.
I'd have to go. Man, I can't even think of it. I know there's a specific one that I should be thinking of like right now off the top of my head. I can't think of it. But I remember, like the best, like Santa type thing. Christmas. We went out to we went into the living room, and all this kind of stuff. We opened up all the Christmas presents underneath the tree, And meanwhile, like, my dad had snuck off and then loaded our bedrooms, like my sisters and my bedroom, with like all the new gifts and stuff. Because we'd both gotten like new TVs and VCRs and like all this stuff. And that was like the cool.
One. Yeah,
that was cool. So because I no idea. Woo.
I remember when I like got my first skateboard too, and then it took a while to learn how to do everything on it, but definitely that was a good one.
All right, here's a question for you. Can you guess what the number one selling toy was when the year you were born?
I don't know if this was later or before or whatever, but I'm just gonna throw out a Teddy Ruxpin doll.
See, that's a great guess. Apparently, he lived down the street from PJ, so he knows him real well.
I forgot about that.
That was one of the old top 10 lists we had. The lies that your parents told you when you were kids that you believed. PJ believed that Teddy Ruxpin lived down the street from him on the corner. But anyway, no, it actually came out in 85, which is your birth year. But the number one selling toy was Care Bears. Because the show started and they had a movie that year also. And fun fact, back in the day, the Care Bears cost right around $25 today, looking at about $43. Some of the other cool things that came out the year you were born, other than Teddy Ruxpin, which is a personal favorite of mine, My Little Ponies and the Pogo Ball. Do you remember the Pogo Ball? It was like, you can imagine like a really thick cherry ball, not one that says bouncy.
Oh, but it was like a pogo stick and there was just the ball on the bottom, right?
The ball was, it split the different. Like the ball was almost, okay, there was like, it looked like Saturn. There was a big ring around it,
I remember.
and you'd stand in the ring and you'd jump on this little pogo ball. That was a pogo. That came out that year also. My birthday year, 84, number one seller, I believe, was G.I. Joe, because the show started in 83. No, I'm sorry, it was Transformers. Transformers came out in 84, and it was the number one seller. G.I. Joe was one of the big things. Trivial Pursuit, also a huge seller in 84. And Rainbow Bright. Got to give it up for Rainbow Bright. This year's hot item.
I wouldn't even know.
See, that's the thing, is like I've heard, like even back in the day when I wasn't buying like with the Furby crap and the Tamagotchis.
I just remember when like the Tickle Me Elmo was like ridiculous.
Yeah, but I've always heard about these things. This year's, I
like
never
an
heard.
iPod, iPhone 7S Plus
for kids under 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not even.
It is. They're Hatchimals. Hatchimals, like hatch animals put together. Sold over 400,000 units in just 7 weeks so far, outpacing the infamous Tickle Me Elmo. It's so hot, moms in Utah brave 20-degree weather to line up outside a Target at 4:45, just in hopes of getting one. The retail price is 60 boners.
I still feel like iPhones and stuff are still
cuddly creatures.
The kid
weird
wants
creatures
one
that will hatch out of eggs. This is the thing you buy. They play for like 8 seconds, and then they're like, "There's a game on my phone that does this."
Yeah, you got games on your phone.
Yeah, we're done with this guy.
That doesn't surprise me. Like usually, sometimes you'd be in touch because there'd be like news stories or something popping up, but. Don't know what a Hatchimal is.
Yeah, that's what I never even heard of it.
I was thinking of like
I've never seen it either.
Graminals or whatever those cookies were called. The graham cracker animal crackers.
Yep.
Awesome.
Keep that up, PJ.
Yeah, so all right, one more thing going in. This kind of coincides with going into the next thing. One of the traditions I used to do when we like didn't really do anything on Christmas Day was my friend Chris Marin would be working at Cheers at night, and I'd go watch basketball down there.
Nice.
Just hang out with him. So that's one of the things. So during Thanksgiving time, we have football on all day, which is now, is it 4 games now, or is it only 3? 3. And basketball, you have it like 6 or 8 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So
basketball's at 10 noon, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah.
Like boom, 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 boom.
Definitely one of those things. I think for me, like, because when, like I said, like on Christmas, it's more of the morning thing. So when it hits the afternoon, it's kind of like everyone's just kind of hanging out, being tired and just lounging around, you know.
Got the itis.
Yeah, for sure. So I feel like, because during Thanksgiving, I feel like I'm up. I'm like kind of talking around with people. Like I'm just not strapped into the TV. So I feel like I watch more basketball on Christmas than I do watch football on Thanksgiving.
That's my family doesn't like basketball even in the least, really. Like my grandpa, like there's only a few people that do,
Mm-hmm.
and so NBA on Christmas is a harder sell.
Yeah.
It's a tougher sell for us to get, but usually, it'll get left on mute in the background.
Yeah.
Which is acceptable. I'm fine with that. But when it comes to football, especially since these days I'm going camping, I end up trying to like listen to it on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
which has been fine. But when at any other point in time, like I would just be, you guys can just keep coming in and out of the living room because I'm just gonna watch football.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna be here.
I just always end up, like I said, it's like I'm more like in my own zone once it gets to the afternoon of Christmas than being like engaged with people. So it's
You've given them their quality time,
Not
and we're done with you now.
well, there's just like everyone else is doing the same thing, so it's all good. But the only like Thanksgiving would be different if the Chargers ever played on there. Because then it'd be like everyone would be like, hey, we need more chairs in the living room to watch this, you know what I mean? But most of the time you just get the awesome game of like the Lions versus the Browns. I know that wasn't the game, but, two terrible.
I mean, this year was three great games
Yeah.
except for Andrew Luck being hurt. But yeah, you're right. Usually the Lions, notoriously horrible franchise, so.
And it's just like, and most of the time it's going to turn into the TV's going to be mute in the background and you're just kind of like, hey, at least there's sports on all day.
Yeah, you just got to get, the people that are willing to play drinking games with you on while watching these sports.
Yeah, right?
Like mentions of the holiday Christmas jerseys. Take a drink. Mention of a turducken.
Yeah.
Take a
Right.
drink.
You're like,
be
I'm
fun.
done. We were just playing catchphrase the whole time during Thanksgiving.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And it wasn't even like playing by the real rules. We just passed it around between like 30 people, and it's just like whoever got it right got to give the clues next. Like there weren't teams or anything or keeping score. So that was a good one.
Anarchy.
Right. That's exactly what it was. All right. Jumping into another thing is movies. Getting down to the end of our Christmas special. Now, what are your favorite Christmas movies?
I mean, I got to go Home Alone and Home Alone 2.
Yes,
Standing strong.
definitely good ones.
Like, in that order.
Yeah.
Obviously. Let's not be kidding. Let's not kid around about it.
Definitely have to throw, I agree with that. I definitely have to throw Elf in there. One of my favorites now, it only came out like last year, is The Night Before.
That was funny. I want to see this year. I want to see the Office Christmas Party one.
That one looks loose.
And I love Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I just think with The Night Before this coming out, it's like doing the whole bar crawl with the ugly sweaters. It's like combining a bunch of cool stuff that's fun to do. But yeah, Christmas Vacation, always just want to wax up a steel trash can lid and just hit down the,
Dude, I'm looking at a list of Christmas movies, and it's got Gremlins on here.
Yeah, that's what,
I would not have. I mean, yes, it is, but I wouldn't have pictured it so much.
right. That's like when everyone has the debate is Die Hard.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not a debate.
Now the one
you don't
thing,
think it is, you're wrong.
Now one of the things of a Christmas movie that's like I do like, but TBS kind of ruined it for me, is A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
So this used to be one of those things where at midnight on Thanksgiving, it would play. Now, there's one thing to deal with Christmas music. At least it's different, like songs going for 24 hours or playing throughout the whole day. TBS just decided to play Christmas Story over and over again for the entire day.
And it's weird because they pride themselves on it. Like they're promoting 24 hours of back to back to back to back to back to back Christmas Story. It's like, who needs to watch it 11 straight times?
Right? Can you throw in Star Wars and stuff in there?
Who? This list right here has Batman Returns as a Christmas
I saw
movie.
that one and I was just like, see, all of these ones obviously probably just happen on Christmas, like, or there's a
It's
Christmas
Christmas
scene.
time. Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I also, like, my fiance Samantha, she will watch Hallmark from midnight to midnight if you let her. Like, that type of Christmas crap. Like, that equates to me, that's the equivalent of Christmas music on television
Your
with
visuals,
actors.
yeah.
Like, this is my nightmare. You know, like, this is going to keep me up at night, this type of crap. But I will watch... I'll watch, like, the old... from the 60s, the little Frosty the Snowman cartoon, and the Rudolph, the little Rudolph one. I like those ones. We actually, Samantha and I, we just watched those last week, and I watched Home Alone 1 and 2. I'm done.
It's like, now
if Die Hard's on, I'll leave it on for sure. But other than that,
we'll get you tickets to like a Christmas special Broadway thing that's just Christmas music playing with dance interpreters.
You're so mean. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, so I definitely have. I gotta catch Home Alone on like one of the channels.
Oh,
DVR.
It's on everywhere right now.
And
Friday After Next, classic.
And I definitely already have Night Before on the DVR to watch. So just gotta get those last couple. I think I have Elf, but we'll have to see what that will go down. But yeah, those are definitely a big part when you're just laying around doing nothing.
Yeah, it's nice to have one of those on, keeping the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, without the music. All right. This is the last thing on our Miller Files Christmas podcast. This is one of the things that you have to do. It's the deconstruction of your decorations.
The last thing on our Christmas special, also the last thing you're going to do after the holiday season.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
it's still to be determined.
One of the things, like, I feel like most of the time people just like will get rid of, like, we'll start taking down the inside stuff pretty quickly. Like, it's just easier.
I don't want to see that crap.
It's just easier to do and everything. But Christmas lights are the best because you'll just drive by at some like point in the middle of the year and just be like, yeah, you just like this is something I would totally do because I would totally like put it off all the time. Like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden it's July, and I'm like, well, then there's 6 more months till Christmas. So it's like I'm taking them down for 4 and then putting them back up.
So many better things to do.
Yeah, so I'm just going to leave these up for the rest of the time.
Yeah, like the rest of the time is in
like the entire
my life.
Yeah.
Like the rest of my life. As long as I'm living, basically is what he's saying.
So yes, I would progress.
So you're saying is yes, you're not going to take those down. Oh, okay. All right. Classic. Someone's going to sue you like the guy in New York.
Hey, they're not going to be on or anything. I'm not that much
Liar.
of a savage.
You're just going to leave the timers in the friggin'
actually,
sockets that just still turn them on at 7:30.
To be fair, if I even would put them up in time.
Well, and plus, half the year we're not going to see them because it doesn't get dark until 9:30 at night anyways around here.
Right.
So they'd be on, no one to tell.
You got to do what Josh does and just has one thing. It's a Christmas. It just says Merry Christmas on it. It's one piece, and he just hangs it on the balcony.
Perfect.
It's probably still up there, though.
Now
it's okay that
it never came down. Never once. It's been up there for 385 days, at least.
Definitely in that 1 year period.
At least. We're the Miller Files. It's been an amazing Christmas special. One of the most fun episodes I've ever been a part of. PJ, it was a good time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Xmas.
Xmas.
Let's still finish with the good, bad, and the ugly as we do, because we are the Miller Files. This is our podcast. Look us up on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. The Miller Files. All right, the good, bad, and the ugly. PJ, what's your good? Because I don't have one.
My good is that D'Angelo Russell and Nick Young came back for the Lakers. We're still on a 6-game losing streak, but they're back.
My good is Richard Sherman. Not his take necessarily on Thursday Night Football, but the fact that he said it's a poop fest is my good.
I mean, most of the time, I do. I mean, I do agree with that.
Well, when you look at teams like Kansas City and Oakland, and you only get a 13-21 game out of it on a Thursday night, Oakland's averaging 450 yards a game.
Yep.
And nothing happens.
And then it's just probably the less time to prepare. They probably don't.
They're not going
practice.
anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's all about the money.
Dollar bills. Y'all cash rules everything around
yes,
me. Cream.
It does. All right, you're bad.
My bad. My bad is actually the one, hopefully, single, solitary, serious moment we have on our podcast here tonight. Is the little boy that was terminally ill that had a Make-A-Wish Foundation to meet Santa.
Oh, I heard that. That was sad.
Met Santa and passed away in his arms. Although, that was the only serious part, because now I'm going to kind of make fun of it. Santa's name? Eric Schmidt Matson. Dude's Jewish.
They should have not released that.
That's a wrinkle in the story.
That is.
Yeah.
Man, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just undercover. Undercover name. It's his alias, if you will.
Don't you play these mind games with me.
My bad is that I'm out of fantasy football officially.
No, that's my ugly. My ugly.
My ugly is Chris Harris. That's his name, right?
Oh, the Denver
getting hit, the cut block. That was Bush League, Super Bush
by Tennessee.
But I do want to see. If did you see
meet
Talib?
him in the streets?
Talib's like, we have the same agent, so when I see him next, I'm gonna beat his.
Yeah, I'm gonna find him in Atlanta. He lives in Atlanta. I know where he lives. So he kept saying something like that. I'm in Atlanta all the time. I got friends down there. No, dude, with fantasy though. Julio. That's my story.
Oh yeah, that I had him.
So,
definitely screwed me over.
There's that. Both teams I played put up 140 points. I scored 120 in both, lost in both.
Jeez.
Beautiful. Story of my season. 3 out of my 4 leagues finished with the most points given up.
Oh man.
And you know, it's just the way it goes. And I've been on a good betting streak lately. Last 2 weeks ago, I hit a 7-team parlay. Last week, I hit a 16 parlay. This week, I put another 7-teamer. And the goddamn Colts screwed me. 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7. I'd rather get 3.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying with like fantasy football. I was done by the time morning games were over. I was just like, well, at least I know.
Like a Band-Aid. Just gets over quick.
It's like my last 3 losses came on the last like plays of the games pretty much. So now it's just like
stick around for 5 years and this thing violently.
Yeah. But anyway, that was the Christmas special podcast.
Definitely a party all the time.
Yep. We out.